Hi guys and gals, Froggy here. This is my spa heater, and lately I have been having trouble with it. What would happen is I would turn it on, it would fire up, and it would start heating, but the temperature would spike up to a wrong temperature. In other words, the spa water would be 75 degrees and the temperature reading on my panel inside the house would say 115 or 150 or something like that. So I know I've got a bad sensor, pretty much. That's my diagnosis. So I talked to this company that makes the heater, and Hayward, it's a Hayward heater, and they said to try this. This is a sensor. Actually very easy to get to because it's right there. It looks like it screws into plastic maybe, so I'm gonna have to be careful with this. I've got some Teflon tape. I shut the water circulation off. Nothing was actually going through the heater anyway, but I just shut the whole thing off just to be safe. It's only got two connections, and they're not really marked, or they don't have different sizes on them, so I'm assuming it doesn't matter which wire goes to which one. There's the two wires, so I'm just going to pull them off, unscrew the old one, screw in the new one, and then try it and see what happens. I'll need two hands, so I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so I just pulled them off, and now I'm going to use an adjustable crescent wrench to get the old one out. Yeah, you could probably hear the gurgling. Some air got sucked in there, and you can see a little bit of leak. No big deal. There they are side by side. I was reading the part number on there at the beginning. It seems pretty much the same, and then it does have a temperature rating on it, and this one was 140, this one's 135, which either one, it doesn't really matter. That would be like, I guess, a maximum where it would shut it off, but or you control it yourself with your own setting on the control panel. So if this is the problem, and it looks like this replacement should work, I'll screw it in. And by the way, it does not appear that there's any sealant on the threads, so I'm not going to put any on there. I'm going to go in kind of easy though, because I do think that's some kind of a high-tech plastic something. Be careful when you screw it in that you don't cross-thread it. I think you will be really up the creek if you cross-thread that. So make sure that it's going in nice and easy. It should thread in nice and easy. Now I'm going to turn it on and see if it fires up and see if it gives a correct temperature reading. So I pressed this button here that makes the pump faster, and also some valves are moving out there that changes it from pool circulation to spa circulation. And then this is the spa heater here. It won't come on right away until all the valves have moved around, and then it'll change from green to red. So let's see. Well, I don't like this because the heater's not on, and the spa temp says 179, which it obviously is not. So that didn't work. Let's call Hayward and see what they have to say. Well, I talked to Hayward technical support, and they said it's this one. And the last time I talked to them, they said it was this one. So their technical support is a little flaky. Also, I think that the girl that was helping me out, she did give me this part number, but then I had a few extra questions on where it was, and she hung up on me. So no props for Hayward technical support. I'll order this, and then I'll show you when I put it in, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so let's pick up where we left off here. This is the trying to get the jacuzzi heater going, and just to recap, I talked to Hayward, who is the manufacturer of this pool heater, Hayward Technical Support, and they gave me 2 wrong answers. So be cautious when you talk to them. I talked to my local pool store guy, and he says it's the water temperature sensor that goes right there, and this is it. And I just took it out, and that's a new one that I'm going to put in. It's the same size. The curve for the pipe to fit it to the pipe is a little bit different, but I think it's going to be okay. It's got kind of a nice fat O-ring, and I'm going to put silicone around it also. The diameter is the same, almost exactly the same. So here's a little heads up for you. The Jandy, and this is Jandy. Jandy, and there's another company. It might be Nautilus, Jandy/Nautilus. You know, they may be, one of them bought the other one over time. Anyway, theirs was about $75 for this part right here, water temperature sensor, and this is a Pentair water temperature sensor, which was about 25 bucks. And the Pentair is a quality one. It's it might be made in Japan, who knows, almost everything is, but it's made to a high specification. It looks like quality. It actually looks better than the quality of this one that I took out. And I did talk to the seller who sell these on Amazon. He says it'll work. It's the same thing. It's just a sensor. A sensor is a sensor is a sensor. Doesn't matter if the name Jandy's on it or the name Pentair is on it. It's got 2 wires. Goes into this board right here. Let me show you. Oh! Alright, so, right, if I can focus, that empty number 5 and 6 right there, and they're upside down obviously, but the 6, I've labeled it R for red. Sorry, this is a little bit, whoops, never mind that. The 6 is marked R for red, there you can see it, and the 5 is marked B and W. It could be black, it could be white. So it does have that sort of a polarity, so you have to hook it up the same way the old one came off. Okay, I stuck a new battery in there, battery backup. The old one was probably long dead, but I don't think you need it to run the pool. It's probably just a memory for these settings when the power goes out. So I'm going to thread that back through this bundle of wires, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so there it is. I made the wire a lot neater than what the original wire was that was installed. There's still some bunches of spaghetti there, but there's the one that, alright, come on and focus. There we go. Come on. That's the one that I put in. So a little bit neater. And next time I need to do something. There's actually another sensor here. I'll just show it to you. This is the outside air sensor, and it looks almost exactly the same as the water temperature sensor, a little bit different. And that one wires in right next to the water temperature sensor, but that one's working okay, so we'll leave that alone. And all I gotta do now is turn it on, put the power to it, and then see if it heats up. It's been like 45 minutes for my silicone to dry. I think should be okay, because got that rubber O-ring also. So let's try it. Oh, there's one more panel that goes on here, but I didn't put it on yet because there's a label, a warning label, and I'm gluing the warning label back onto the panel because it fell off, and this will run anyway, with or without the panel. I'll put it on later. I don't need to show that to you guys and gals. Okay, I turned on the big circuit breakers on the panel on the side of the house, and it came on automatically because the inside the house timer panel is set to turn it on. So it's running now, and I'll let it run for a couple minutes, and then I'll try the spa. Okay, guys and gals, well, everything tested out fine. Got my cover back on there. I've got to put the cover back on the heater, and so let's wrap it up. The conclusion to the problem I was having with not getting the spa heater to work was that water temperature sensor right there. And I told you how I replaced it, what I replaced it with. Be very careful about any advice you get from Hayward Technical Support, because both times they got it wrong, and my local pool guy said that was what it was, and he got it right. Okay, so give me a thumbs up or a like if you are helped out by this video. Subscribe to my channel if you want more from Froggy, mostly automotive, but I also do home repair, home improvement, and anything else that I find interesting. See you later. Have a great weekend, guys and gals. Froggy out. Bye-bye. By the way, the Pentair temperature sensor did come with a nice little installation manual, and also there is no polarity to temperature sensors, so you don't have to worry about which wire goes on which number. Just get the right two numbers to attach it to. Just go by the old one that you're taking out. Okay? Thanks. Bye.